Give us your ghost stories, your odd stories of the paranormal. We'll study them. We'll pick them apart. We want to believe them, but will we? We are skeptical believers.
Hello, spooky friends.
Hello.
We're back for another intriguing, informative episode of Skeptical Believers. I'm Cindy.
I thought we needed a theme. Oh, you're going to play a theme over this. I'll shut up. Please continue.
And she's Heather. And
that is me.
We're going to talk spooks today. But before that, we need to tell you something crucially important. Mm-hmm. You really need to know this just to improve your life, truly. Mm-hmm. We're podcasters.
We are podcasters.
We are. We have amazing shows. You should totally check them out. True Hauntings and Scary Stories, where I talk about true hauntings, and then I tell you scary stories.
Damn, Heather? I would not have figured that out based on the title at all.
Right?
Amazing.
It's a mystery. I like to keep people guessing. What's your show?
Well, my show is called The Politics Free Podcast. And the only thing we can guarantee is that we won't talk about politics. But what we do is we play a game every episode, like a card question game, like Pando. And then we do an educational portion where we did some research based on the game. And then we just read stories from people about that were inspired by the game. It's a hoot. It's a hoot.
Nice. I'm a fan. You guys should be a fan too. Go check it out. So today I need to also tell you that I'm on Instagram being ridiculous. And you guys should see it because it's obnoxiously weird and funny. And at least I hope it's funny. So my Instagram is True Hauntings Blog. And because when I very first started, that's all I had was a blog. So it's True Hauntings Blog. And you should go check it because I'm posting reels. I'm going to post 24 reels in August back to back. So you should go check it out. I have a couple of different characters that I've created, and they're silly and fun. So, yeah, go look at it. Laugh at it.
Girl, that is ambitious. Good luck.
Yeah.
I will be posting no reels. And there might be one post a week on my Instagram, which is at the Politics Free Podcast. You are welcome to go check it out.
Nice. It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. But it's fun.
You know what? I should be doing that stuff, but you're good at it, though. You're good at it. It's awesome. Also,
I'm just a goofy person.
If I may say, if you're going to follow the True Hauntings Instagram, the meme quality is phenomenal. She finds all the best memes.
Nice.
They're great.
That is the best compliment I've had all week. I have excellent
What about the ones I gave you earlier?
No, those were really good. Okay. You guys didn't get to hear those, but
no.
Heather is so supportive and awesome.
I try.
So, listen, I just remembered. Scott, our editor, he has a new podcast. So he still does Milk Crates and Turntables, but he has a new podcast, and it's called His 10, Her 10, like the number 10. So His 10, Her 10. And it's basically him and his co-host, and they choose a topic, just like a random topic, and they each of them give their top 10 of that subject matter. So one episode they did movies. So he gave his top 10 and she gave her top 10. One of their episodes was things that annoy me. And they did their top 10 of,
it's a great topic. It's a great topic.
I'm not sure I could narrow it down to 10, but I mean, you guys, hold on. Let me show you my shirt. This will just give you a clue. Okay.
I want to be where the people aren't.
Yes.
Don't
people
want to
annoy me.
see.
That would be
We
my
already
top
went through this.
number
I'm going to
one.
stop.
Yeah. We're going to have that song stuck
You
in
know
our
what?
head.
Fun story. Back in the early days when we were doing Politics Free Podcast, we had like a pet peeves segment that we would do. And I found so many that I was like, I think I might not be a good person. I think this segment needs to go away from the podcast.
Oh, gosh. There's a lot of annoying things in the world. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I've heard that saying right there that I just said annoys people. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah. I think it does annoy some people.
Yep. So there you go. Enjoy that. So today, to get back on topic, we have decided to find a few videos on YouTube that supposedly show real ghosts, like caught on camera. So we're going to look at those and talk them out and decide if we believe, Heather and I, if we believe that they are real ghosts or not, or whatever. So, Heather, take it away with your amazing thing that you always make for the show.
Slideshow.
Whoop, whoop.
Here's the first one. Real ghost captured on camera. Could I have said that with a more Western New York accent? Real ghost captured on camera disturbing our cats. I fast forwarded it to the pertinent segment here.
Perfect.
The cat is super cute sitting there like that.
Yes. It does look
shadow.
alert, though. There is the shadow in the back.
Other cat.
Yeah.
Other cat standing there, seeming to look into the place where the shadow came from.
Did you see the table?
The table.
Yeah.
And the door.
The table wiggles, and then the door closes. And no one's home. The backstory is that these people went on vacation. And yeah, then the camera goes. So these people went on vacation. They asked friends to check on their cats twice a day. And they set up cameras to record their cats all the time. And they caught this video. They said that when they got back, their cats were acting weird. So they looked at the footage to see, why their cats were acting weird. Which, as a cat owner, I'm not sure that would be my first go-to. I don't think I'd get home from vacation and be like, my cat's acting a little weird. Let's check the footage.
Yeah, that is a bit odd with it. Also, it's nothing that couldn't be easily accomplished with hoaxes, you know? So, I mean, okay, let's just assume that this is not fixed footage, because I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. So, if I could figure out how to get to my next page where all my theories are, there we go. So, manipulated footage was one of them. A hoax was one of them. Are there more than two cats? Is there an intruder, or is this a prankster? Which would be like intruder / prankster.
Yeah.
For instance, if they were on vacation, wouldn't they have asked somebody to come take care of their cats every day?
They did. They asked the person to come, I want to say twice a day, to check on the cats.
Because at first I thought that shadow could have been a cat. But then I was like, no, that's definitely a person. That's like something tall going by. That's a person's shadow.
You can see like an arm and like a neck and a head. But I did notice that where that shadow walks past is in the room next to this room. And there seems to be a bright light in that room shining perfectly so that when you walk past it, a shadow would cast on that wall. So,
which then begs the question, why did they leave that light on when they went on vacation? Because when we leave for any length of time, I make sure everything's turned off, unplugged. Like, we don't leave stuff on.
Maybe it's a light on another camera, because they set cameras up everywhere. Maybe it's another camera light.
Well, if they do have a camera in that room, why didn't they show us the footage from that room if it was a ghost?
Good one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm actually more skeptical of this one, having this conversation with you, than I was when I first watched it.
Yeah. 10 skeptics is our most skeptical judgment. And for me, this cat video, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for me pretty
I'm at an 8.
skeptical.
Yeah.
Not quite all the way. I don't think for sure it's a hoax or whatever, but I am pretty skeptical of this one.
It doesn't hold up to our logical arguments very well.
Yeah, and cats are so weird, you know?
They really are
never
weird.
Can tell what they're doing. Oh, this one's kind of sad, but also kind of sweet, sort of.
Listen, tell me if I missed anything here. I watched this video, which is based on a news report. And the problem I had was they never showed any footage. They just show really one still shot.
Yes.
So I parked the video at that one still shot, which is right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they had shown, I don't know if her cameras took live video or if it just took still shots, but that thing off to the left is supposed to be supposedly her son's spirit. So her son passed away a few years previously. Yeah. And she's saying that her camera, like some kind of security camera, caught that. And it alerted her phone while she was in another room, like watching TV with her kid or whatever. And yeah, she says it's her kid, her son.
Here's my problem with this. Just one still shot. I mean, it's not even a video image. So it's kind of really hard to tell. It's super blurry. It could just be really poor quality video. I mean, if you follow true crime at all, like the number one thing that happens is they're like, clearly in this surveillance footage, and you're like, no, it's really not very clear. No, it's quite blurry, actually. I'm not sure how you figured out what shoes he was wearing based on this.
Yeah.
But it's super blurry. Although, in contrast to the other half of the room.
Yeah.
It looks like a figure. I don't argue with that. And what's interesting is, why is this side of the picture blurry, but the other side isn't? Like, you see how this side is much clearer?
Oh, yeah.
And then this almost looks like a misty, foggy, which, I mean, maybe lends credence to it.
Yeah.
First of all, if that is a ghost, not to be mean, but how do you know it's your son? Because that's an unidentifiable blob.
Yeah. I don't know.
Secondly,
she said that it looked like him to her, but I don't know.
Okay. It's just not a good enough piece of evidence, in my opinion. I remain unconvinced.
Yeah. I'm actually, for this one, I'm a step lower. So I'm a 6 out of 10 on this one. I want to believe that it is her son. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10. But I am still a little skeptical. Now, you need to understand, I don't believe that she faked this for attention or anything like that. I never got that vibe from this. I'm just curious how she's sure it's her son, and are we positive that this is a ghost? You know, I'm a little skeptical of that stuff, but I'm not saying that I think she faked it for attention.
Fair enough. I think I'm at an 8 out of 10 on this one as well. Yeah. Because I'm also afraid that they had an intruder and she's mistakenly thought this was the ghost of her son. But since they did a news story on it, I have to assume everybody made it out okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, double exposure or old footage.
Ah.
Someone other than her son. Those were my 3 theories there.
Yeah. Yeah, so
of course,
I didn't think that either, that she like faked it or something. You didn't go that direction either.
I didn't put a hoax on there. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she wants to believe it's her son. And hey, maybe it is.
I mean, we're both moms. I'm sure that if I lost one of my kids, that would be
I'd be seeing the ghost everywhere.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah. Alrighty. Are we ready for video number 3 from Disneyland? Creepy Disneyland ghost.
Can't wait to get into this.
This kind of footage is awesome, where it's somebody taking a video of a video. Always love. Always
favorite. High quality. So this person is a security guard at Disneyland in California, and they spotted this spirit looking thing just strolling through the park. And they actually follow it with their camera, going from screen to screen, from security camera to security camera, walking through the entire park. Or at least a good portion of it.
It's harder to see in this one for me.
There it is.
Oh, there it
down
is.
At the bottom. So I'm not a
I mean,
photographer. So, but what I read when I looked into this is that a lot of people believe this was fully debunked. That what happened was there was a utility employee, like an employee that was walking through the park after hours, and then somehow that got superimposed onto the current. Like maybe they used VHS tapes and they re-recorded over it, and it
yeah.
I don't know exactly how that works, but that was the theory, that it's actually an employee.
Yeah, I wondered if about the double exposure as well, it being an actual person, whether this was just a Disney publicity stunt because one of their big draws is that haunted house.
The haunted mansion.
Right. The one thing about it that I find interesting is he seems to have trained his camera on the screen before there's even a ghost there to see. So how's he know this thing's
a few times?
Suddenly gonna? Well, maybe it's a recording.
You know, yeah. No, it is. It is a recording. They caught it on their security footage, and he found it and replayed it, and then recorded it with his phone.
Okay.
That's the story.
I mean, honestly, if this one is not a double exposure, I cannot imagine what else it could be.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Does it say what year it's from?
I don't know that it did.
Here, I'm going to go to YouTube and hope that I don't. Is it going to YouTube for you on the share screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to pause that. So my ultra fast high-tech computer. What year did the video? It was taken of a security camera. Show more. No, go away. I don't want YouTube TV. So it doesn't give a year. Doesn't it usually give a year that the video was posted? When was the video posted?
I think it usually does show that.
All right. Well, I mean, here, the comments are from 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Okay.
So 9 years ago, 10 years ago. So they could have been using VHS. It wouldn't have been so long or so short of a time ago.
Yeah.
That we would, that it could not possibly, like these days, if anybody's using VHS in their security cameras, that's so old school, it's ridiculous. So it's, but 2012, very much so they could have still been using VHS, I think.
Yeah, possibly.
So, I mean, I'm like 5 out of 10 skeptics on this one.
Really?
I'm 5 out of 10. If it's not double exposure, it's got to be a ghost. So that's the tricky bit about it. That's my opinion.
So you're 5 out of 10. 50% is double exposure. 50% is ghost.
Exactly.
All right.
That's where I stand.
I'm actually going to go 8 out of 10 on this one for me.
Okay.
I almost said 9. I'm that skeptical about this one. I really think double exposure is the best explanation for it. It looks like a service guy strolling through. But, okay, so in fairness, Disneyland is supposedly haunted by Walt Disney himself anyway. So one of the things I heard was it's Walt Disney, like walking through the park after hours. Because he did that in life. So
I've also heard that Disney is cryogenically frozen and kept in the basement of Disney. So,
right.
Grain of salt, maybe grain of salt. No, I'm kidding. You know what? If anybody's haunting Disney, why wouldn't it be Walt Disney?
Right.
But funny enough, I was reading something. I wish I remember where I was reading this, but there's this conspiracy theory that people actually die at Disney and they cover it up. They don't want anyone to know if somebody drops dead in any Disney property.
Wow.
So I've heard stories where it was like somebody died, like not nefariously, somebody has a heart attack or they're old or whatever. They die, and then Disney is like, get the body off of the property ASAP so we can say they died somewhere else, because they don't want death to ever be associated with Disney.
Yeah.
Which is weird, since at the beginning of every Disney movie, somebody effing dies. So I'm not sure, but that's the conspiracy theory. So I don't have anything in the way of proof, but that is that is a going theory. So maybe one of those ghosts feels cheated, and so therefore they're haunting Disney.
I just did a Haunted Disney episode on True Hauntings and Scary Stories podcast. And Kat and I, my co-host, we talked about ghost stories from Disneyland and Disney World. So we talked about that kind of stuff. You guys should check it out. Shameless plug.
Hey, why not? Okay, now this next one is really long. I did some timestamps here. Real quick, sorry, this is an administrative thing I should have probably coordinated beforehand. I'm going to take a picture of this screen so that I can refer to the timestamps. So that I don't have to keep going back and forth. Camera, sorry. Speaking of pictures of screens. Okay, so bump just before the 40-second mark. I think I'm queued up to just before there. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Nope, I can hear it.
It's not queued up. Let's go to just before 40 seconds.
Right, this is what wakes him up.
Yeah.
That was loud.
That was pretty loud.
So we should say that this guy used to do ghost hunting. He used to do investigations, and he feels like he brought something home several years ago. And he's been having this haunting happen for a couple of years now, and he's kind of over it. And so he documents it on his YouTube channel, but he very much wishes that it would stop. At least that's what he says in the video. And he says he will never ghost hunt again. He says it's too risky. He just wants to sleep. And so that's his take on it.
All right, well, what do we think about that bump? It could have been anything. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know,
and he's got a pet sitting there. I don't know if that's his only pet or, you know.
That's what I was going to say.
He has kids also.
So it could have been like his kid kicking the wall, having a bad dream. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Sorry, I'm just going to skip to the pertinent sections. What? For the love of God. Okay.
I can't really describe how tired I am at the minute. Feels like I've not had a good sleep now in weeks. Just been in bed. I was chilling, watching my phone.
Okay, that to me could easily have been the dog, who we can't see.
Yeah. A few seconds or a little bit later in the video, he actually says that is a, what does he call it? A bureau or something. So a large piece of furniture that's off just out of screen. He says that's what that is, that it's bumping around.
Why didn't you flip the camera around to show us?
That would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
That would have been a little more convincing.
Right now he's sitting at the top of his stairway that leads from the bedrooms down to the living room.
All right. And then here we've got some whispers coming up. Good. We're going to do this every time. Fantastic. And 3:48-ish.
Text old here, so to speak. It's like 3 whispers then in a row.
Oh, he says he heard whispers. Did you hear whispers? Because I sure didn't.
I did not. And I was really trying. And these headphones are pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't. I do hear whispers later on in the video, but I didn't hear them just then.
At around the 4:30 mark here. Love you, Scott.
We're sorry. You have to edit
this. Is a disaster in the editing.
Still whispers. Can you just leave me alone for one night?
I didn't hear it that time. I wonder what I thought I heard the first time.
I
Wait, what's
heard
this?
Something. What's what?
Holy shit, that was
I thought I saw movement back here.
that deep voice.
What's...
Now, see, he says he heard a deep voice.
I think I've got a
heard
pretty
a
deep
higher voice. I did hear a voice.
Okay.
But it wasn't deep to me.
Yeah, I wrote that down as a pitter patter. That's what I heard. But I didn't hear it this time. But full disclosure, there's a lot of traffic outside this room right now. So that might have drowned out the little tiny sounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
now...
going to have links to all these. So go to the description, the show description, and click the links and listen to it yourself. Because you might be able to hear it better directly than you can from watching our thing.
For sure. The next 3 entries I have are all quote-unquote orbs. Let's check these out.
I have a love-hate relationship with orbs. Sometimes I see them and I'm all like, dang, that looks weird. But then most of the time I'm like, yeah, that's a bug. That's dust.
Yeah. This first one, I believe...
It's in the top right corner.
Yeah, there it goes. That was a bug.
That were...
Yeah, I feel like that was a solid black thing. I feel like that was a bug or dust or something. Probably a bug because it was black.
That
And down.
pain
Another one.
It's
This one's a little more
things
convincing, kind of.
You just can't get on with your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit odd.
In front of me.
That's easy enough to manipulate into the footage, though, honestly.
Yeah. But it comes at him, and then he says...
Holy shit.
Oh, you're right. That came straight at him.
Yeah, and he
That
says
actually
it
hit me,
him.
man. That hit me belly.
Yeah, he also said the bureau was shaking. Let's move on. I think my stance on this might be somewhat clear.
You just feel slight pressure, like a bug hitting you. But there's like
another
cold,
one coming up relatively
like
soon
a
here.
Second cold
The
sensation.
third one's kind of the creepiest, in my opinion, if I remember correctly. There.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been a moth flying past the source of light.
Yeah.
It was kind of bug-like. All right. More whispers coming up.
I'm just going to go and get my phone from bedroom.
Don't breathe. Sorry. Ooh.
Yeah, see, I don't know. That looks kind of...
That looks like he edited his dog out. Oh, he's over here sleeping now, too.
Yeah, he's on the couch.
Then there's another shadow coming up in just a second.
These shadows just look so contrived. I don't know.
Yeah, they really do.
It looks like any basic scary movie with dark shadows in it.
Okay, yeah, now there's the shadow appearing over him.
Yeah.
And then... let's watch as he gets pulled off the couch.
Yeah, that is what he called this video. This is the big moment. There he goes.
He rolled himself right off the couch. That does not even look like... I thought something was going to grab his leg and it was going to go flying off the right side of the screen. No,
really
he just
looks
rolled
like
himself.
He got top heavy and just rolled, you know? That would be very easy to do yourself. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't know if he faked this or not, but...
Oh, no, he faked the whole thing. I'm 10 out of 10 skeptics. And I believe he has some other channel, and this might have just been promotion for that channel.
Really?
Yeah. So, it's, a 10 out of 10. Forget it. This is not a ghost. This is not a haunting.
I was going to say like a solid 8 out of 10 for this one, but I mean, now that you're saying that, It
Yeah,
was
no,
the
I've no
black
doubt.
shadows for me and the rolling off the couch. Those two things, like the shadows just look too right. They look too spooky, too TV like. I don't know.
Yes. Yes, they did. And you should see me watching this. I don't know how many eye rolls I did, but it was a lot. I was just like, oh, forget it. Nope. Nope. I yelled at the screen, you just rolled yourself off the couch, man. Like in the middle of the day. I think they heard
Your
me on the
family
next
is
block.
like, are you okay?
Like,
Wow.
just watching unconvincing haunting videos, folks.
So which one was your most convincing? I forget what scores I gave them now.
The cats
Yeah.
were no, not the cats. Well, your
was
most
the
convinced
cats
one
that-
was the sun.
Yeah.
I believe I was most convinced by. Oh, I was most convinced by the creepy Disneyland one.
Yeah, you were a 5 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah, I'm Disney, cats,
Yeah.
sun, idiot. Like,
Gosh.
no offense, dude. You've got a great accent. I'm going to give him that. Great accent.
Yeah, I the sun one, I for sure think, yeah, that there's something there, I guess. I don't know. That was the most convincing of them. So you guys comment. Let us know what you think. If you agree, disagree. If you caught something that we didn't catch, tell us all the things.
Absolutely. We want to know.
And don't forget to listen to our podcasts.
We're podcasters.
We're podcasters.
We're podcasters.
In
Goodbye.
case you didn't know. Spook you later.
Oh, yeah, that.